everything about your training can stay exactly the same. Same program, same exercises, same weights, same schedule. Change one thing, one single mindset, and every session becomes completely different. Not slightly different, fundamentally different. The ancient Stoics identified this mindset shift 2,000 years ago, and every athlete who has made it describes the same experience. Before the shift, training is something they do. After the shift, training is something they are today in 5 minutes. The shift. Welcome back to Stoic Athlete, where ancient wisdom meets modern performance. There is one mindset shift that changes more about your training than any program modification, any nutritional adjustment, any recovery protocol you will ever make. It is not complicated. It is not a technique or a tool or a system. It is a decision about identity, and Marcus Aurelius described it in one sentence that has never been improved upon in 2,000 years. Here it is. Epictetus wrote, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. First, say to yourself what you would be, not what you want to achieve, not what you want to look like, not what you want to lift. Who you would be." This is the mindset shift, and it is the difference between every athlete who builds something lasting and every athlete who spends their entire training life starting over. The outcome-focused athlete asks every morning, "Do I feel like training today?" Some mornings the answer is yes. Many mornings the answer is no. And on the no mornings, everything depends on willpower, which runs out, which fails at exactly the moment it is needed most. The identity-focused athlete does not ask the question. They train because that is what they are, not what they are trying to become, what they already are. The mindset shift is moving from, "I am trying to be consistent," to, "I am a Stoic athlete." Stoic athletes train consistently. It is not a decision made each morning. It is an expression of identity that requires nothing more than being who you have decided to be. Say it now. I am a Stoic athlete. I train my body and master my mind. Not, I am trying to. I am. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Not argue about, not plan to become. Be one." Here is why the identity shift changes everything about your training. When training is something you do, you evaluate it every session. Was this worth it? Did I feel like it? Was the result good enough? Should I have done something else? When training is something you are, none of these questions arise. The session is not evaluated. It is simply completed, because a Stoic athlete does not negotiate with themselves about whether to train today. That negotiation belongs to someone who is trying to be an athlete. The Stoic athlete already is one. The practical consequence of this shift is enormous. Consistency becomes automatic, because you do not decide to train consistently. You are someone who trains consistently. The decision was made once at the level of identity. It does not get made again each morning. motivation becomes irrelevant. Because your training does not depend on how you feel. It depends on who you are, and who you are does not change based on your energy level, or your mood, or the weather, or how the last session went. Marcus Aurelius was a philosopher. So he philosophized. He was an emperor. So he led. He was a Stoic. So he practiced Stoicism. The actions were not achievements. They were expressions of identity. Make training an expression of yours. The identity shift does not happen automatically. It is made deliberately. Here is exactly how. Step 1. Write the identity statement, one sentence, specific and present tense. I am a Stoic athlete. I train my body and master my mind every single day. Not, I want to be. Not, I am trying to become. I am. Fropt it. Read it every morning before training. For 30 consecutive days. Step 2. Act from the identity before you feel it. This is the critical step most people miss. You will not feel like a Stoic athlete on day 1. You may not feel like one on day 15. Acts like one anyway. Show up like one anyway. Train like one anyway. The feeling follows the action, not the other way around. Epictetus was clear about this. First say to yourself what you would be. Then do what you have to do. The being comes first. The feeling is secondary. Step 3. Defend the identity against every challenge. Every time you want to skip a session, your identity is being challenged. Every time you want to quit early, your identity is being tested. Every time conditions make training inconvenient, your identity is asking whether it is real or performed. Defend it. Every time. Without negotiation, the identity becomes real through the defense of it, not through the declaration of it. Here is what the Stoic athlete identity looks like in the specific moments that matter most. The alarm at 5 in the morning. The outcome-focused athlete negotiates. The Stoic athlete rises, not because it is easy, because that is what Stoic athletes do. The 4th set, when 3 would be enough. The outcome-focused athlete evaluates whether the extra set serves the goal. The Stoic athlete completes it, not because the data demands it, because that is what Stoic athletes do. The session on the worst day of the month, when everything says stay home. The outcome-focused athlete calculates whether the training stimulus is worth the effort, given their current state. The Stoic athlete shows up for the minimum session, not because it is optimal, because showing up is what Stoic athletes do. The plateau that has lasted 3 months with no visible progress. The outcome-focused athlete questions whether the program is working and considers switching. The Stoic athlete continues, not because persistence always produces immediate results, because continuing is what Stoic athletes do. The identity does not require results to justify it. It requires only actions consistent with it, and those actions, taken consistently regardless of results, are exactly what produces the results that the outcome-focused athlete is desperately chasing. Marcus Aurelius maintained his identity as a Stoic philosopher for 19 consecutive years. through war, through plague, through the death of children, through betrayal, through every circumstance that would have destroyed an outcome-focused commitment. Because identity is not dependent on outcomes. It is not dependent on results or progress or external validation. It is dependent only on who you decide to be and whether your actions express that decision. The outcome-focused athlete loses their motivation when results are slow because their motivation is attached to results. The identity-based athlete loses nothing when results are slow because their commitment is attached to who they are, and who they are does not change because of a slow month. This is the most important long-term training principle available to any athlete. Build your training on identity, not outcome. Because identity is permanent. Outcomes are temporary. The physique you build will change. The strength numbers will eventually decline. The performance will peak and fade. But the identity of someone who trains with complete discipline and philosophical commitment, built through thousands of sessions of acting from that identity that does not fade, that is yours permanently. Regardless of what the results show, regardless of what the mirror says, regardless of what anyone else thinks about your training, you are a Stoic athlete. Now act like it. Odd. One mindset shift. Everything changes from I am trying to train consistently to I am a Stoic athlete. This is who I am. Say it, mean it, act from it, defend it every single day. If you want to go deeper into how Marcus Aurelius built and maintained his philosophical identity for 19 years, watch our Marcus Aurelius on Discipline video next. His complete daily discipline system is the most powerful expression of identity-based training ever documented. Watch that video next. I will see you there.